Hey, hi, how are you? Welcome back to Where Are We Now, the series in which we explore virtual worlds. More Gmod maps today because, let's be honest, this is probably one of the biggest and best troves of well-made user maps available to us. Probably due to the fact that it's been around for such a long time. So, in the previous episodes, I've always tried to sort of sprinkle in some of the more liminal space-themed maps for two reasons. I love the liminal aesthetic. I think it captures loneliness and introspection really well in a way that few other things do. The second reason is that there is an abundance of them available on the workshop. Abundance is putting it lightly, too. The biggest problem with that is that they all look good. I mean, we have to explore them all at some point, right? Well, rather than sprinkling them in like a seasoning, we're gonna eat the whole pepper today, and make a small dent in that massive list of maps. The theme for this episode is liminal space. The whole liminal trend is so strange to me because before we even put that word to it, the feeling already existed. I remember wandering the narrow, dimly lit back halls of my local library when I was younger. Nobody was around, it was kinda late. I couldn't hear anything besides the tacky carpet muffling my footsteps as I walked. I went up to the front desk to check out a book and there was nobody there. It just felt strange. Not scary, though. Like I had bled over into another dimension where I was the only person in the world or something. That feeling never lasts long, though. Soon enough the librarian came back, I checked out my book, and went home. I never knew how to express the way those small, uncanny moments felt, or if other people experienced them too. But thanks to the internet, not only did people put a name to the sensation, but they also took to recreating that sensation in its entirety by making virtual spaces with an uncanny feel. Enter the Source Engine. It's pretty well known that the Source Engine has an innate creep factor. I don't have to explain it, we all know about it, and if you don't, well, then you're about to be inundated with it. Anyway, this creep factor really helps push that liminal feeling we're looking for to its upper limits. Alright, I'm excited. Let's get exploring. Our first map is going to be GM Liminal Retrospection by Alfarex. When we load in, we immediately get our court-mandated dose of pool room stuff and what I think is distant music. To the creator's credit, this is one of the better depictions of the whole pool rooms thing. I would have liked a water slide or two, though. All these utterly massive rooms and the access to the sky makes me wonder, what possible purpose could a place like this serve? I bet this is a city for an intelligent bird race or something. Birds are already pretty smart, especially crows. I would not be at all surprised if they become the next dominant intelligent species on the planet after we're gone. Hey, bird people of the future, if you're watching this, I hope you stopped that nasty habit of shitting on cars. It's rude. Oh, who am I kidding? They haven't stopped. They probably have toilets that specifically look like cars, the feathered maniacs. Yeah, considering this place as being far, far in the future certainly has its merit. If you take a dip into this pool and go through a small tunnel, you come out into this incredibly vast hall. Far away, you can hear reverberated music, just barely reaching out over the airwaves. As if it's an echo of a glorious age of humans, long since past. I don't really know how to describe the specific feeling it evokes in me. It's like a three-way tie between nostalgia, sadness, and some kind of otherworldly satisfaction. Like I'm content just with the fact that humans existed once. That was us. We were here. It's like a melancholy salad in here. Let's move on. This looks like a beehive or something. There's a few ways to go. Ah, damn it. Yeah, that makes sense. Backrooms time already, huh? Backrooms has branched out and evolved over the last year or two into something totally different. It was originally just this endless maze of beige carpet and yellow wallpaper. That abstract idea has merits on its own. And then people started to think more logically about it, and someone had the idea that you could escape them somehow if you found the right room. Then came the different levels, entities, and more until we arrive at present-day backrooms, which is basically a malevolent series of rooms that exists only in subspace, and has lots of homebrew lore and rules for safely traversing certain rooms and stuff. It's interesting on its own, but what intrigues me the most about it is that it's such a public idea. Like, nobody owns the backrooms. There's no official backrooms. It's just people on the internet adding their own ideas to the mix, slowly morphing the idea into something bigger than the sum of its parts. It's kind of like a community garden. At least that's my 2 cents on the backrooms. What the fuck? Oh, not going in there ever again. What was that? I mean, honestly, you can tell me it's a bunch of buildings lining the side of a colossal pit, but really, what was that? Was that Utapau? Was it the last remnants of human civilization now used as nesting grounds for the bird people? Either way, it was scary, and I don't want to be there. Ah, built the stairs, but ran out of wood planks to build the second floor, eh? I've definitely been there before. Whoa, what's this place? It's like some kind of quarry by the looks of things. I guess this is where the materials come from to build those big hallways and rooms and such. The composition of the simple shapes reminds me of games from the Nintendo 64 era. I can totally see this being a level in an old racing game about hoverboards or something. Oh yeah, that's gonna cost you a small fortune to repair this water damage. Hopefully the insurance is good. Ah, at least there's carpet right here to dry our feet off on. This is a nice place to sleep. I don't see any problem with this at all. I mean, besides the fact that there doesn't seem to be a way to turn this light off. I guess you could just unscrew the bulb whenever you sleep. I will say, though, this is way too many pillows. I'm strictly a 2-pillow person myself. I need one for my head, and I need one to tuck between my shoulder and my neck. This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4... 7 pillows. Nobody needs that many pillows. While it's on my mind, how about the survivability factor of this map? Let's say a giant bird nabbed you, the last human, off the ground and dropped you in here, in their temple or whatever, and you have to survive. Water is fine if we can find a way to make it potable. I haven't found anything so far, though. Food is another issue, too. I don't think I've seen any food, actually. We'll keep looking. At least sleeping is figured out. The bed looks nice and soft. And I really don't mean to keep talking about toilets in every single one of these videos, but come on. That's a toilet with a skylight. Not only is that hilarious, but it's a definite first. I guess the Birdmen really did take my request to heart. They use real toilets now, who would have thought? That's why there's a hole in the ceiling. This is a weird room. Why is there a chair here? Are the pillars judging me? Well, if the pillars aren't, then the buildings definitely are. So many windows. It makes me feel uneasy. Like I'm being watched. There's nothing out here, though. It's just a long, dead-end street. Welcome home. Oh, thank you. Oh, man. This isn't pleasant at all. I'm not a fan of the Dementia Core music, either. This is a believable space, though. It feels like it was someone's home once. Whose, though? Hard to tell. Any trace of someone's life has been wiped away completely. No furniture, photos, or anything. All that's left is the wallpaper. This would make a classy place for a convention or something, if only it didn't look and sound like Marilyn Monroe's subconscious mind. The way these doors open is pissing me off, man. Just when you think you're almost done with carpet country, there's another big-ass room. Then another. Then another. This is so weird. Get me out of carpet hell, man. I feel like I'm losing it. Houses. I don't believe it. Wait. No, these aren't right. Yeah, no, these give off horrendous vibes. At least there's grass here. Might be able to plant something to live off if you can find anything. Okay, I really don't know where I am. Oh, is this an escape? Wide open sky. Grass. A road. Oh, it's not escape. The road just leads right back into it. Stupid pillars with their stupid, ominous presence. What's this? Another false wall? Oh, the music. It's It's weird. What is that light? And that's all there is to see on this map. It gets an F on survivability. There is no food anywhere, and no way to make sure the water is drinkable. I mean, there is grass. Human stomachs aren't able to make good use of grass or even digest it properly, but it might keep the hunger pains away for a little while. Assuming the water is safe to drink, which is a big assumption since it all appears to be stagnant, I give you a week. 2 tops. If you're crafty though, you might be able to rip up some grass and carpet and whatever else you can get your hands on, and make yourself look vaguely like whatever evolved bird species dropped you off here. Maybe make some bird noises and try to appear pathetic. If they're evolved enough to supersede humans, they won't buy the disguise, but they might just be amused enough to toss you a worm or two. But silly thought experiments aside, this map is really well done. It has a lot of different flavors of liminal space. It's not all back rooms and pool rooms. There's a lot of diversity here. And all the music. Not all of these maps have music, but here it works. It's all haunting and desolate, perfectly in line tonally. Really good job here, Alfarex. So if you remember, way back in March during the first episode of Where Are We Now, we took a deep dive into Own Doing's My Dreams in Source map, which was a recreation of dreams that they had throughout the last year, ripped straight from their dream journal. The idea of being able to quite literally walk through someone's innermost thoughts and feelings in a video game is an astoundingly intriguing one, and the fact that it's done through the medium of dreams makes it even more so. Dreams are totally insane. They can be as tame as dreaming that you're making breakfast, or as batshit insane as dreaming that you're running a giant hamster wheel to provide electricity to an entire village inhabited solely by clones of Markiplier. One of the craziest things about dreams is that we still don't know all the answers. We can infer that dreams are for consolidating memories and processing desires or whatever, but regardless of research and theories, there's very little that we can confidently say we know about dreams. Growing up, my sisters told me that they were glimpses into other worlds, places beyond the physical, like past lives or alternate realities. The intersection between our minds and the celestial fabric that binds it all. Now, I feel like that sounds a little fantastical, but still, dreams remain mysterious to me. They create weird and at times completely otherworldly scenery, so let's crack open another map inspired by dreams. This is Places from Your Dreams by Creepernator, the hammer editor wizard behind the aquarium from last time. So, to begin, we spawn in a closed, or at least down on its luck, mini-mall. They've got a chair store here, so theoretically they should have business from everyone with a butt. We have this mushroom fountain-looking thingy, or maybe it's an umbrella? Either way, I like it. It's soothing to sit here for a while and just listen to the water. In this room right here, there's a small pool at the top of some stairs. Okay. And I think this is a conversation pit? They built a lot of these in the 70s. Oh hey, a coffee maker, a microwave, and a fridge. Thank God. I'm really hoping we don't starve to death in this map like in the last one, so I'm going to be very generous with the assumptions that I make. Starting with this. The milk and canned stuff on the table here are probably bad, but this fridge is a safe bet. Looks like we're in an office-type area, so I'd be willing to bet that there's 3 or 4 employee lunches in there. Probably sandwiches, but if we're lucky, we could find some leftover spaghetti. Maddie, if you can read this, run. They followed us here. Only way out is the way we came. Thousands of them now. Geez, that's unsettling. Thousands of what? Something you'd have to run from? Oh, I don't like where this is going. At least there's a mattress here. That'll be the bare minimum requirements for a place to sleep, Matt, although it looks pretty old, so you'll probably have some lower back problems later on. Ah, weird hole in the wall. I feel like I should say that unlike my dreams in Source, this map isn't based on specific real dreams, it's more of a compilation of dream-like places meant to evoke the liminal feeling. So at least we don't have to speculate on why the creator was dreaming about random holes in the wall. Creepernator says on the workshop page that a good amount of the rooms are based on liminal spaces from YouTube and Google Images, so maybe we'll see a familiar place. Actually, I know that fountain back there is based off this image. What's the over-under on us finding the liminal hotel somewhere on this map? Liminal space motherfuckers love that image. They can't get enough of it. Oh, yuck. I'm usually pretty forgiving with standing water on these maps, saying that it's boilable, but this stuff? I don't know. Dark, damp, stagnant, and with the fountain upstairs, don't even bother. This place is so weird. Why is there grass here? And what's with the depression in the floor with carpet on it? If it were inverted with grass in the hole, I could assume that it's an indoor garden or one of those little grass mats that people use to train their dogs to go outside. Maybe they're pranksters and they're specifically trying to train dogs to go on carpets. Yeah, then you give the carpet-trained dogs away for free to your enemies? Okay, that's a pretty good scheme. I gotta write that one down. This forest feels, well, straight up evil if I'm being honest. Probably the dead trees combined with the ominous red light. There is monkey bars though, and on the other side of this fence, a slide and a picnic table. So if you can get past the suffocating atmosphere and creepy mist, it might be a nice place to hang out and enjoy those employee lunches while you plot your escape. I also don't think it's out of the question that you could forage for mushrooms here. I mean, it's a small spot, but mushrooms can pop up really fast in the right conditions. If you're a frog, this room is perfect. But I'm not, so let's move on. Yep, Liminal Hotel. Told you so. It's not exact, but it's definitely based on it. And also here, we have more running water. Oh man, we are spoiled for water in this place. I'm not going to measure it using milk jugs this time, but this room alone probably has us well taken care of for the duration of our stay. Might be difficult to get it out though, since you'd have to take one of those water jugs, fill it up, and carry it up the ladder. That is not going to be easy. Water is quite heavy. What is this? It's like an indoor theme park or something. There's a carousel, a ball pit, and one of those thingies with the bar that you have to jump over. Is this the on button? Holy shit, it works! Yeah, I can see the appeal. This is kind of fun. Let me see if it actually knocks you off. Oh, yeah. I guess it is made for kids. Also, I swear, when I left the game unpaused to tab out and take notes, I heard muffled sobs, only I wasn't recording it. So you might think I'm crazy. I'm not crazy, trust me. Regardless of if I may or may not be hearing voices, this isn't a very pleasant place to be. If there's a subcategory of liminal spaces that makes me the most uncomfortable, it's definitely places for children. Places that are usually filled with the sounds of giddy laughter and play. Now it's empty and dark. Oh, damn it. I knew I should have stayed out of the ball pit. What is this? I guess this must be Dean. Well, no way to go but down. Oh, hey, there's a kitchen. And a big old freezer type thingy. Probably some kind of food inside. Meat, if we're lucky. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better about our food situation here. Hopefully there's another way to get to the kitchen, though. You don't want to be traveling through the ball pit dimension every time you want to cook a meal. Oh yeah, I recognize this place from a liminal space image. This is honestly one that I never got. It just looks like an ordinary room to me. I have always wondered what's up those stairs, though, so let's take a look. Oh, hello, bed couch. This is way better than the mattress from earlier. And there's also a kitchen downstairs with a fridge. So far, this is the best bet for everyday existing here. There's a shower close by too, but you'll be sharing it with critters. I can hear crickets and frogs in here. They probably like the moisture. I don't mind, but I will freak out the second they start to jump at me. This really is dreamlike. A children's play place leads into a demonic ball pit, which leads into an apartment, which leads into a restaurant. I think the lamps are watching me. Now we're in a parking garage. Jeez, there's so many non-sequiturs here that it's making my head spin. Oh, thank God. We're back in familiar territory. Let's just sit here with the fountain and rest a bit. This place is wearing me down, guys. It's liminal, yes, but there's something not right here. I don't think it feels quite evil, but it's definitely off-putting. Okay. We still have to find a good place to stay, and some food, and I know there are rooms we haven't been to yet. Let's get back into it. Baby steps. Is this just a cornfield? Why is it so dark? Corn won't grow like this. Through several rabbit holes and a few more doorways, I found the pool rooms again. It's got its innate creepy factor, but it feels a lot less oppressive than the other areas of the map. There's no dark, looming dread in the background. Just water. And corpses. God damn it. Just when I was starting to relax, you go and put another rotting body someplace. Whatever. This room is kind of nice. Actually, it reminds me of a recurring dream I would have when I was younger. I would be in a massive tiled room, kind of like this one, only like 4 times as big. The entire ceiling had shower head-like fixtures on it, and the water coming out of them was nice and warm. It was like a gigantic shower. Honestly, it was pretty nice. I always woke up feeling relaxed after that dream. Well, we're in the locker rooms now, and I am 100% lost. This map is so sprawling, you guys. There's like 100 rooms. Alright, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but there's a lot, okay? Just when I think I've seen everything, the map goes on and on and on. There's an arcade, an airport-looking area, a gymnasium, more pool rooms. I think this is a mini-golf course. Oh, an entertainment center? That's a really nice find. It's got what looks like a TV, a DVD player, a VHS player, and maybe, just maybe, that could be an original Xbox. Hard to tell because the textures are so low-res, but playing Halo or Need for Speed Underground on this thing would help immensely with staying sane down here. Feels good to see the sky again. There's even wind sounds, too. If I got stuck in this dimension, I would definitely come out here to chill out and watch the clouds roll by. Actually, you know what? This is the only place I've seen so far that's exposed to the sky, with plenty of water. Here's what you do. You go to the cornfield that I mentioned earlier and scoop up a bunch of dirt. Move as much of it as possible and start stacking it up in a corner. You want to make a platform in the water here to plant the corn. You probably want it to rise a little bit above the surface of the water since you can drown corn if you're not careful. And there you go. You got yourself a little corn farm going. I think corn takes like 3 months to mature, so let's hope that we've got 3 months worth of food sitting around. We probably do. Honestly, my biggest gripe with surviving on this map so far is an everyday living space. I think here you have to pick your inconvenience. The apartment with the lamps outside of it isn't too bad. There's a grill outside that you can cook with, but other than that, you would have to lug a lot of furniture up to it from the other rooms. Sure, there's tables and chairs right outside, but you'll need to lug a bed, the entertainment center, a fridge. On the other hand, there's this little number I found. I mean, sure, it's a little dirty, but it's the only place I've found with a full bathroom. If you want to save yourself the trouble of carrying a bed or a mattress up here, you can sleep on one of the couches. The only issue is no kitchen. The place with the nice bed does have a kitchen, but no bathroom. So it really is just a matter of choosing which problem you want to deal with. Having to travel a good ways away to use the bathroom, or having to travel a good ways away to cook food. Me? I'd pick the place with no bathroom. I have a strong bladder. I can hold it for 15 minutes or so while I hike through the myriad of feverishly strange rooms and such. I mean, worst comes to worst, there is a backyard. Well, with a decent place to live, a way to cultivate corn, and lots of water around with stoves to sterilize it, I think we're looking pretty good. There's a few fridges and freezers around that should tide you over to the initial corn harvest. Entertainment looks not too bad. Besides walking around and exploring the countless rooms for yourself, there's a TV, that carousel, the slides, you could go swimming, you could play with that spinning bar thingy, I still don't know what it's called. Only thing I wish I found was bookshelves, but, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's some around and I just missed them. I have to be honest, I haven't shown you everything. Not even close, actually. There is a lot of rooms, and in the interest of time, I think it's best we moved on. We've seen enough. Plus, not showing you everything gives you a chance to download this map and explore it for yourself. Overall, Places from Your Dreams really captures the desolation of being utterly lost in dreams, with every door leading to a completely new and unfamiliar place. Not only does it feature references to well-known liminal imagery, but it contains brand new ideas that add to the aesthetic in an impactful way, too. Well done once again, Creepernator. Thank you for sharing your creative vision with us. So, we've seen the pool rooms, the back rooms, and a series of countless other surreal areas with an uncanny aura to them. Surely we've had enough of a dose of liminal space, right? Right? Huh, no. You've all been waiting for this video for a couple of weeks, so we're going to full time. The exploration maps are nice, but they're very open-ended, and I don't know about you guys, but when I'm exploring something and I'm offered multiple ways to go, I start to feel kind of overwhelmed or that I might miss something important. I know it sounds silly, but it's real. I want to see all the stuff, or at least most of it. So to keep things easier, how about a more linear map? This is Everdawn, Fading Paramnesia, by Shadymilk, whose work we've looked at before in this series. They have a knack for creating liminal spaces that don't bleed over into horror or over-the-top weirdness. It's a fine line, so let's walk it. Good to see that we're not pulling any punches with the ambience here. This is a very entrancing start to the map. There's a cabin over here. Let's head in. Yeah, pretty nice in here. I like the magazine stand in the bedroom. Oh, that's not a basement. Oh, some lore. Haven't played a map with lore before on this series. I suppose there's a first time for everything. So we're out in this freezing cold tundra for days and days, afraid of being found by someone who doesn't want us here, until we finally find the cabin. There's nobody here, though. Just a basement with a galaxy inside of it. Not very helpful. I guess we're gonna have to keep looking for answers to our questions. Like, what is this place? And how did we get here? How do we get out? Should we get out? There's some flashing lights that are less than pleasant to look at, and when we land, it looks like we're in some kind of gallery. The different types of skies in this room are really messing with me. I don't even know what to say about that. I can tell you that this is the first time I think I've seen multiple skyboxes on a single map. Hey, I recognize this room. It's the Star Wars-like room from the first episode. Well, we've come full circle, everyone. I think that's a good point to end the Where Are We Now series as a whole. Thanks for watching and exploring with me, and I'll catch you on whatever comes next. See ya. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. There's way more to see. Like this melon that's unsatisfied with its living space. You don't want to live in a hole anymore? What are you talking about? This place isn't so bad. You've got a soft carpet, a good enough bed, and I mean, this room over here, you could do a lot with this room. I would start with a kitchen. If playing The Sims 4 taught me anything, it's that you need to have a kitchen, and that you can solve any social issue with a pool and a little bit of know-how. This room looks like an eatery of some sort, but there's no food. We might be doing melon strats again to survive on this map, fellas. Look at these adorable little dioramas. I love little versions of big things. I can totally see myself getting into stuff like this when I'm like 60 or something. Found a pool, so we have water figured out, at least for a while. The huge analog clock actually does work, by the way, but I'm not entirely convinced it's 100% accurate. That's whatever, though. I'm just really impressed that the hands move. Why is it here, anyway? So that you'll really make sure you don't prune up in the water? Is that much of a big deal? Oh, what is this stuff? Looks like crates of humanitarian aid. Oh man, this is a lifesaver for surviving down here. This could be anything from shelf-stable MREs to medicine, or even water purification tablets. There are 3 pallets with 24 boxes each, for a total of 72 boxes. There's no real way to tell exactly what's in them, but I think most humanitarian aid dropped over crisis areas is food and water, with another significant chunk of it being medicine and personal hygiene stuff. I'm going to estimate and say that 2 pallets are non-perishable food items and water purification stuff, and that the other one is medical and hygiene supplies. We're pretty set for a while. It's not easy to say exactly how many rations are in each of these 48 boxes, but it's probably a couple of months' supply at least. Maybe 3 or 4 months if you really stretch it. Alright, moving on. Feeling a lot better about being stuck here now. This area is creepy, though. Not only are there 4 whole-ass coffins lined up here, there's also creepy noises, and the scariest thing of all, a novelty coffee mug with a cornball slogan on it. Let's get out of here. I found a sauna, I think. You know, I've never been to a sauna, but I will say this. I don't think I get it. Maybe sitting in a hot, steamy box and sweating your ass off is appealing to some people, but not me. I hate sweating, and I hate being hot. I'm definitely a cool climate guy. Take note of this. We've got 1, 2, 3 whole vending machines with cold drinks in them in a waiting room? This map is such a surreal mishmash of realistic rooms put together in a non-congruent way. It's weird. I've definitely had dreams like this before, but not at this scale. What the Kentucky Fried Fuck was that thing? Well, it didn't come at us, and it seemed pretty chill, but I'm creeped out nonetheless. He was so tall, too. I wonder if he plays ball. Back here again? Oh, okay. That's gonna make me barf. Oh, it might have been worth it, though, because look at this place. Great lighting and atmosphere, all it's missing is some gentle music or something. Oh, hello there, good night's rest. We've got not only the coziest looking bed I've seen in this whole video so far, but also permanent rainy mood on the other side of this glass here. Downright lovely. If I'm not careful, I'm gonna fall asleep right here. There's been an error, a misunderstanding. I don't know about that, man. I feel like I understand just fine. This is my lair, my crib. Without even a moment's hesitation, I'm gathering all those humanitarian supplies and just bringing them up here. I only wish there was a kitchen. There's these things which I think are heated food holders for a buffet or something. I don't think you could use them to cook, but I could be wrong. With a screwdriver and some elbow grease, you might be able to modify a few into a makeshift George Foreman grill or something. Alright, let's check out what's down this hole. Whoa, okay, certainly didn't see this one coming. Man, now I know this is a dream. Public transit is never this empty. Looks like this is our stop. Ah, shit, they're playing church music. It's time to go. Holy balls. Good thing we didn't get teleported into that train. Next stop, the infinitely vast vacuum of space. Nowhere to go but down here, I guess. And why is everything on fire? This looks like some kind of anti-establishment propaganda. Eventually it leads back to the center, where we started. Hey, get a load of the least relaxing place to sleep ever over here. Imagine trying to fall asleep while there's an entire grand piano dangling above you by some ropes. Yeah, enjoy dreaming about being crushed all night long. No thanks. I'm sleeping in the rainy room. I'm dreaming about rainforests and talking animals and shit. Where are we going? What's with this red fog? Are we in hell? Nah, can't be hell. I don't see Ronald Reagan anywhere. Eventually, the path leads right into a cave, which takes us down into some kind of advanced underground research facility, if I had to guess. Nice. I think this image on the right is what my PC's desktop background was when I first bought it, years and years ago. I've been adding to it ever since, to the point where the only original component left is the case. Okay, guys, the waterfall wall is class, but you're gonna drown these plants in no time like this. Hopefully they're fake. There won't be a warning. Well, that's ominous. A warning for what? Look at this huge screen. I'd love to play Mario Party or something like that on here. Oh, maybe it's talking about a warning for that. Not to play Mario Party on this huge, perfect screen, because going back to a smaller one for it, it'll never be as good? Okay, warning heeded. That's a good point. Okay. Hello? Is someone here? Look at all these shopping carts. They must have been thrown down into this pit, right? Is this like some kind of new age shopping cart return method? You just chuck them into the giant pit in the parking lot when you're done? That actually sounds kind of awesome. Wow, that is the ugliest carpet I think I've ever seen. This room is... I don't even know what it is. It's weird, I'll tell you that. The blue sky walls combined with the complete darkness of this room is certainly a surreal mood setter. This is a place made for fun and relaxation, yet here it is, plunged in complete darkness. Also, what is this room doing down here in the first place? Aren't we in an underground research facility? I guess this could be their break room. That's pretty rad, actually. Oh man, back here again? Alright, what have we got? Ew. Look at all this brutalist architecture, it's horrendous. I would hate living here. I want to go back to the cabin. You can just feel how freezing cold it is here. I have to say, I didn't see Snowy Mountain Peak coming. The amount of different moods that the creator is showcasing here is extremely impressive. Now is a good time to remind you to check your posture. Make sure you're not slouching too much like this lazy bones over here. It's bad for your back. Unless, of course, you're laying down while watching this, in which case, you're good. I hope you're having a good time, and that these weird maps don't affect your dreams too much. Oh, finally, shelter. We've got sleeping bags, food, lore, some music, all sorts of good stuff. But like everything good, it can't last forever, so let's head back out. The next leg of the journey is extremely bright and has a lot of flashing lights, so I've excluded it from the video. Not long after that, though, there's a door, a fade to white, and... hell yeah. We've reached the end at long last. That was a complete and utter marathon of funky vibes. The amount of custom assets used for this map and Shadymilk's complete and utter devotion to ambience makes Everdawn a map like no other. I hope you had a fun and relaxing time exploring it with me. I know I did. Oh yeah, the survivability! I think it was looking good, there was a decent amount of food and stuff, but it doesn't really matter here. Everdawn fading Paramnesia is a passing feeling. It's a fleeting glimpse into a reality that's beyond our reach. It's like your consciousness is here, but your body isn't. So, food and water or not, it doesn't make any difference. Every room you leave behind is a room you'll never see again, and every room that you enter is brand new to you. The whole map feels like a dream, which is definitely exactly what they were aiming for, but it's not a regular dream. My dreams are usually a lot tamer than this, so the only thing I can liken it to accurately is a melatonin dream. For anyone outside of the US, melatonin is an over-the-counter pill you can buy at drugstores that helps you fall asleep. And it's very common for people taking it to have strange and unsettling dreams, much like Everdawn here. Pure paramnesia. Fantastic job on this, Shadymilk. I think I speak for all of us when I say that you made something we'll all be thinking about for a while. Here we are at the end of the episode, once again. Did you have fun? I had fun. Exploring Gmod maps has always had an uncanny edge to it, and that edge is pushed to its very limits on liminal space maps like the ones covered in this video. The abandoned seers from the last one just teased my desire to explore more weird dreamcore stuff, so I had to do a deep dive. Hopefully it wasn't too much for everyone. Well, it's out of my system now, so there's no need to do a triple feature on liminal space again anytime in the near future. I have to highly recommend that anyone interested checks out these maps for themselves. I definitely missed a lot of stuff, so they're worth exploring on your own. Calling liminal space a trend is kinda weird to me, because the feeling doesn't really have the brevity befitting of a trend. Images online come and go, like liminal space itself, but that feeling? That sensation that you're alone in a place that you shouldn't be? And that things aren't right somehow despite nothing being obviously wrong, is one that rises and falls like the tide. It may go away when you're with friends or family, watching a movie or playing a game, but it's always there, right around the corner, in empty classrooms at night, on a small town street in the small hours of the morning, or a quiet office just waiting for you to take the plunge, to explore. And with that, it's time to say goodbye for now. Thank you for watching. Happy adventuring, and don't forget to update your computer's drivers every so often. See ya.